Hey, welcome to Big J. Let's talk. It's a good evening, a great evening. Sitting back, relaxing, the wife is cooking and the family's at home and just enjoying the evening, but more so than anything, enjoying sports talk. Hey, let's talk. I'm excited about everything that's going on in the NBA and on the sports scene itself. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. They had that young man who's going to take the team, the receivers, and they're going to work out. There's something the starting quarterback usually does, but that's fun. Jalen Hurts said, let's get busy. So they're about to take it to another level. Oh, but you know what? I want to talk about what's on the screen. You know, I like to show the jump, and Rachel, she's pretty cool, you know, I guess, but that's old media. But this show, we're going to talk about the narrative of who's the NBA. And to me, the media is trying to say who the MVP will be for the NBA. And I don't think they should determine that. I think it should be based on the fans. But on the show today, The Jump, there was a part that they showed to where they wanted to determine who the MVP would be, either LeBron James or Steph Curry. But wait a minute, what about the other individuals who are part and who are putting up great numbers? Steph Curry's team, they're in 7th place. Should he really be considered? Then LeBron James just won a championship last year. And you know how he gets if he does not win the MVP. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you this video and you tell me what you think. Leave your comments and tell us what you think. Because the reality is, I believe that the narrative belongs to the people. And I believe that the people should set forth the standard of the rules of engagement as far as awards go. Because I believe that that's critical. To use the fans for one point and not use them and implement them in everything else is kind of wrong. And I want to hear your comments. What do you think? Do you think the fans' voice should matter when it comes to all-star selection like it's doing now, when it comes to the most valuable player of the NBA? I understand how it works, the MVP of the championship. I understand that. Or just anything else. Should the fans' be the media? Should they set in standard that's everything that's going on? Or should we allow old media to set forth everything that's happening? I want to say thank you again for tuning in with Big J. Let's talk. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll give you a minute to do that right now. Hit that subscribe button. After you make sure you hit that button, hit that like. Give us a thumbs up. Also, leave a comment on tonight's show because it's very important. All right. So what we want to make sure that we do, we're going to show this video and I want to get your opinion on what's being said after this video because it's very critical and very important. So make sure you subscribe to our channel. All right. So let's watch this video.
To be a difficult year for the Warriors. And there was a real range, right, in expectations for them or what people thought that they could accomplish. Is the way Curry has come back and played changed your expectations for the Dubs for this season?
No, and I don't mean that to sound bad. Like, I thought they were a bubble playoff team, and I expected Steph Curry to be great. I'm one of these people who believe that Steph Curry is a top 10 all-time player. And like last night, as good as he was, that wasn't even a top 10 performance that he's had this season. It was, he was good at the end, but it was kind of just average for him. And that's how much I believe in Steph Curry. That's how much I believe in the Warrior way. And Draymond Green is putting on a clinic on how to win basketball games without scoring this year. It's a joy to watch him play. I still think they're a bubble playoff team. I still think they're going to remain there. I could even argue that it might behoove them, especially considering they have the Minnesota Timberwolves draft pick this year, if it's outside the top 3, that it might be best for them to miss the playoffs and get 2 lottery picks in this draft. But hats off to Steph Curry. He's been great for a long time. He's an MVP candidate. He's not surprising me at all.
That face, Richard, is fantastic. Yes?
Well, no, I understand. There was a lot of things that we have to unpack that Wendy just said. One, top 10 player. I respect that. I cannot wait to see your top 10 list. And I say this, but knowing that Steph still has more to add to his resume. Next part that I want to talk about is
3 titles and 2 MVPs, Rach. That's a short list.
It's a very short list, and he's going to add to that list before he's done, but I'm just curious to hear your top 10. That being said, the Warriors are right where they are, right where they should be. Steph is having an MVP numbers, stats type season, and they're the 7th team in the conference. So, that being said, what are they? The best that I think that they could do is possibly a second round. I'm not going to ever say a guy that's having an MVP season that's one of the top 10 players of all time should, or maybe their team should think about losing to get a second lottery pick. That's not what top 10 players do. That's not what Steph does. So I think that the Warriors are a very good team. I think a second round, if they're healthy, if they're playing.
See, this is my point. My point is, how can we determine, thank you, baby, how can we determine who or what should be where? Now I can understand Richard Jefferson because he played in the NBA, played in Arizona at Arizona State, was an all-time, big-time Pac-10 player back then. So I can understand him. Then in the NBA, he was a great player. So yes, he can describe the narrative, but he can't set forth the narrative because it should be done by the people. That's what it's about. That's why on every show, I make sure I say for the people, by the people, because of media. So we should be here representing the people because the people represent the players. So I want to thank you for, again, being a part of our channel, and make sure that you subscribe and like. All right. Because that's important for us, because we want to say it again. New media is taking the place of old media. What do I mean? Social media now has set the platform and the level differently than it was in the past. Now you're seeing like Draymond Green and LeBron James a couple of days ago who came out and said and gave their opinions about how they feel about players being traded, about how rookies are treated. So that's very important because we can no longer allow or tolerate old media to dictate what goes on in the NBA. So I want to thank you again for being a part of our channel. Thank you again for those things that we do, and you're supporting us. You mean everything. Again, it's about you and for you. Have a great day.